Hey, check it out, it's MediaShinobi, and we will be reviewing
Spartacus War of the Damned, which
Woo!
is, out of place from us since we never usually This is actually our first TV show.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to review Spartacus, but we just haven't had time. But now my schedule fits with our filming schedule, so let's get to it. So pretty much Spartacus War of the Damned is the final season of the Spartacus tale. And if you guys don't know, let me do a real fast retelling, which is pretty much a gladiator named Spartacus broke out of ludus, which is like what Romans have gladiators where they train them and to fight other gladiators. He broke out, and now he's gathering a huge army of gladiators to fight the Romans. That's just a fast retrospect of what happened in previous seasons. I will review them eventually, but right now let's get to War of the Damned, which is basically Spartacus now has amassed like thousands of slaves, and now he has his army like huge. And at this point in this war against the Romans are like, now they're really terrified at him because they didn't think a regular slave, would be able to do this. In past seasons, all the guys he fought before or had to deal with, they always said, "Oh, he's just a common slave, no big deal, nothing to worry about. He'll fall eventually." But no, Spartacus just keeps winning battle after battle, killing like hundreds of Romans and getting more people for his cause, which is pretty much to end slavery for everyone, basically, and take down Rome. And in the new season, we get introduced to the new bad guy, which is Marcus Crassus, which has always been a character that's been mentioned before by other antagonists or other characters in the previous seasons, who was like apparently the wealthiest man of Rome during this time period. And he's a guy who you do not want to mess with at all. You just don't want to be in his way. He's pretty much the boogeyman of all Romans. And it shows that he actually is very different from other antagonists of the show. Like he actually was getting himself trained by his own gladiator, who was actually a champion at one point. And so he knows how to defend himself, and he's also very intelligent because at one point 2 general Romans asked him for help during this first episode, because after most of their army was getting wiped out by Spartacus, they asked for his help. And so, but the problem is, for Crassus to help, he'll have to rule under those 2 generals. So Crassus makes his BS letter saying, "Oh yeah, my man is coming to help you guys," which he actually placed in the path for the letter to be passed through Spartacus' territory, which they get slaughtered. And then Spartacus receives a letter, and Spartacus ends up getting his men, which consists of Gannicus and Crixus, and they pretty much slaughter those 2 generals. And now, with them dead, Crassus now becomes in charge of the army, which is cool because he literally just, like, his son at first, his son had his saying, "Why are you letting him boss you around?" And Crassus is like, "No, don't worry, I got this." And also, he's different in the fact that he kind of respects Spartacus, because he won't underestimate Spartacus like other characters beforehand, because he knows what Spartacus is capable of because of what he has done, and he knows if he underestimates him, he's gonna get murdered like everyone else. And so that's basically it. We just get introduction with Crassus and what kind of character he is. He can fight. He's very intelligent. He's very different. And Spartacus, who pretty much doesn't know about Crassus much, except for the fact that he has a large army of like 50,000 or 15,000, somewhere around there, of Romans. And so far, and also one more thing, which I like how they introduced in this season, where Spartacus pretty much, the fact that Spartacus has like thousands of men and women and people to take care of, he has to now find supplies, shelter, because winter is coming. And he knows that if winter comes and they're not prepared, Crassus will come and annihilate them, or the weather will just come and kill them all. So the episode ends basically Spartacus saying that we're going to take a city, because that's how much people they have. They need a city to hold that many people. And that's how the episode ends. And I really like how it starts off. It started off really nicely, and we get to see other characters mature, like the slave girl Navia, Crixus' love interest. And this show is definitely not for minors. There's a lot of blood, guts, cursing, nudity. Hell, in this first episode, we get a foursome with Gannicus and 3 other girls.
So rated E for everybody?
Ah, it's terrible.
So it is for everybody. I mean, you can't watch it.
Yeah.
But watch it with your own discretion. It's on Stars, so if you want to check it out, check it out. Comes out every Friday. And that's all I gotta say. I'm hoping the season ends well because this is the final season of the show, and here's how it ends and how accurate it is to gonna be with history.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I gotta say.
So this is like the final, like no more after this?
If anything else, they might make prequels of other characters.
Mhm.
But yeah, pretty much this is the end of Spartacus' story.
Oh, okay.
This is his story gonna come to an end. And it's sad because the season can consist of 10 episodes. Alright, so I'm gonna end this review up. And before I go, I was gonna say what kind of your favorite lines are in this show, because I like to repeat some, but I really don't want to say them in front of the camera because it has a very colorful vocabulary. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Cookie.
No.
Cookie.
No.
Cookie.
It sounds like a freaking Krabby. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. Like I said, name what kind. Put in comments. What do you think is gonna happen? How's it gonna end? Favorite lines, favorite characters, all that stuff, and hopefully there's other people in Spartacus fans, that watch it. Besides, since Vince, he's the only one that I know watches it. And that's all I gotta say. All right, it's MediaShinobi signing out. Peace.
Kratos.